In the early morning hours of July 25, 1916, inventor Garrett Morgan was jolted awake by the urgent ringing of his telephone. On the line was the Cleveland Police Department, reporting an accident at the New West Side Waterworks. An explosion had trapped a crew deep underground, 4 miles out beneath Lake Erie, entombed under mud and debris, with deadly natural gas flooding the tunnel. 2 earlier rescue attempts had already failed, claiming more lives. Without hesitation, Morgan and his brother Frank rushed to the scene with 20 of Morgan's patented safety hoods. Confident in the device he had designed to protect people from smoke and gas, Morgan led the 3rd rescue team into the tunnel. His invention allowed them to locate and save 8 men from a disaster that ultimately took 20 lives. Garrett Augustus Morgan was born on March 4, 1877 in Paris, Kentucky, to formerly enslaved parents. Growing up in a large working-class family with limited means, Morgan only received a formal education through the 6th grade. But he had a brilliant mechanical mind and a drive to learn. At the age of 14, he moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, in search of work. There, he supported himself with odd jobs and continued to educate himself. His curiosity and determination laid the groundwork for a life of invention and entrepreneurship. As an adult, Morgan settled in Cleveland, Ohio, and opened a sewing machine repair shop that eventually grew into a tailoring and manufacturing business. It was through his work with machines that he developed 2 of his most important inventions. In 1912, he created the safety hood, an early version of the gas mask, which saved many lives, including those during the Lake Erie Tunnel rescue. A decade later, after witnessing a terrible car accident, Morgan invented the 3-position traffic signal. He received a patent for the signal in 1923, and the rights were eventually purchased by General Electric. Unlike many inventors, Morgan was also a savvy businessman who understood how to market his creations. But racial prejudice forced him to take unusual measures. When promoting his inventions, he often hired white actors to pose as the inventor, or even posed as a Native American named Big Chief Mason to avoid discrimination. Though Morgan's bravery and innovation were undeniable, the recognition he received, both locally and nationally, was deeply uneven, shaped by the racial prejudice of the time. After his daring rescue at the waterworks, he was awarded medals for bravery from a Cleveland Civic Association and the International Association of Fire Engineers, but was denied the monetary compensation that other rescuers received. 4 white men who participated in the tunnel rescue were awarded medals by the Carnegie Hero Fund Commission, but the city refused to support Morgan's nomination for the same. A number of fire departments placed new orders for the safety hood, while some southern cities canceled theirs after learning the inventor was black, a fact that Morgan had purposefully kept hidden from the public before the disaster. The uneven and often unjust response to his heroism highlighted the deep racial discrimination that continued to limit the recognition and reach of black inventors in early 20th century America. Despite the obstacles he faced, Garrett Morgan's legacy endured. He raised a family, became a successful businessman, and remained active in civic affairs. He continued to invent and advocate for African American rights until his death on July 27, 1963, in Cleveland, Ohio, at the age of 86. Today, Garrett Morgan is recognized not just as a brilliant inventor, but as a courageous and resilient figure who changed lives, challenged prejudice, and helped shape the modern world.